We are live at the Jack Manley Wellness and Athletics Center for an excellent night of basketball ahead of us as CCBC Catonsville takes on Lackawanna College in Game 2 of our doubleheader this evening. Hello folks, this is Isaac Donsky here, getting set for the second game of the season for the Cardinals. Catonsville comes into today's game off of their first loss of the season in their season opener, a 104-67 loss to Harcum College. But there was some good to come out of that game. They did get a good look of some of their young talent. The very young team, as always, they'll be starting some of that young talent tonight as several players will be making their first career starts. Lackawanna, meanwhile, is entering their first game of the entire season. After a grueling preseason, the Falcons enter today's game 8-7, coming off an 8-17 record last year, 5-5 in conference play. These two teams did play midway through last season, with Catonsville getting the win 82-73. Let's take a look at the starting lineups before we begin today's game, and we start with the visitors, the Falcons of Lackawanna College, and their lineups. At guard will be a freshman from Wilmington, Delaware, graduate of St. Elizabeth High School, number 0, Nasir Brown. Starting at guard, a freshman from Newark, New Jersey, graduate of Bethlehem Liberty High School, number 10, Ramad Ali. Starting at guard, a freshman from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, graduate of Bethlehem Freedom High School, number 11, Caleb Mims. Starting at guard, freshman from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, also graduate of Bethlehem Freedom High School, number 12, Malik Mims. And finally, starting at forward, a freshman from Atlantic City, New Jersey, graduate of Atlantic City High School, number 23, Amir Mack. Lackawanna's coaching staff, head coach Landon Gabriel and assistant coach Kirk Fallon. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their starting lineup is as follows, making his first start tonight. Starting at guard, a freshman from Washington, D.C., graduate of Virginia Post Grad Academy, number 12, Kurt Smith, Jr. Starting at forward will be a sophomore from Randallstown, Maryland, graduate of Randallstown High School, number 15, Austin Smith. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Owings Mills, Maryland, graduate of Newton High School, number 23, Maurice Smith. Starting at guard, a sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland, graduate of Baltimore City College High School, number 25, Jalen Yates. And finally, starting at forward, a freshman from Washington, D.C., graduate of the Friendship Collegiate, number 30, Caleb Gray. We'll be back in about 3 minutes with the start of this evening's contest.
That's why they stopped it, because they were trying to figure out, wait, should we get a technical for that? Because technically she wasn't looking at that, she was looking at the crowd. I mean, you don't want to do that, but at the same time, it's like, I like the energy, but maybe not. I don't know.
So we're all set to get ready here for the second game of the season for the Cardinals. 2-game homestand to kick off the season, and the Cardinals are actually off to sister school CCBC Dundalk, for their mixer this weekend, where they'll face Pitt Community College at the Community College of Philadelphia. Cardinals wearing their home whites, red numbers, black trim, Lackawanna, navy jerseys, red trim, white numbers. Austin Smith and number 23, Amir Mack, to the middle, to center court for the tip-off. Getting set to go. Game 2 of our doubleheader, second game of the season for the Cardinals. Tip-off is away. It's won by Lackawanna, and we're underway. Falcons on the early assault. Malik Mims, he and his brother Caleb both playing out there. Mims immediately will charge at the ball, but loses it, and the steal is picked up by Kurt Smith Jr. Now, there are 3 Smiths in the game, as here's Caleb Gray with the ball, so I'll be referring to them as follows. Kurt Smith is going to be Junior. Austin Smith will just be Smith. And Maurice Smith is going to be called Reese, as that's what his teammates call him. So Reese, Smith, and Junior. Keep that in mind, folks. That's what happens when you have 3 players, all with the last name of Smith, all playing with each other. Reese having trouble there. Gets it to Jalen Yates. He had difficulty last game from 3-point range, and he's having difficulty tonight as he misses his first shot. Malik Mims fighting for it. Dishes it out to number 10. That's Ramad Ali. Ali throws it to Christopher Johnson on the sideline. Johnson, CJ, not playing tonight for the Cardinals, which is why he's in street clothes. Here's Maurice Smith, leading scorer for the Cardinals. Scored 14 in the season opener. Gets a pick from Austin Smith, but the ball bounces off the shoe of Smith and into the hands of, oh, what a block by Austin Smith, getting that block on Ramad Ali. Here's Junior, screeching up the floor, puts up a shot. Austin Smith, rebound, ball's bounced around. Gray trying to get it, and a foul's going to be called as Gray reached there on Caleb Mims. It's a frantic start to this game. Austin Smith already with 2 rebounds. And now, another foul is going to be called, this time on Kurt Smith Jr. Junior trying to draw the charge there, and 2 quick fouls here for the Cardinals.
He's too small, man. He's too small for you, boy.
3-point attempt here. Brown misses it. Rebound taken by Smith, and he dishes it out to Junior. Junior looking for an open lane. Flips it to Reese. Contact is made between Reese and Malik Mims, and they're going to call Mims for the foul. Good crowd out here tonight. Pretty evenly split between folks who've come down from Lackawanna as well as Catonsville's faithful. Keep your eyes on Junior tonight. He's making his first career start. As a foul's going to be called there, another one. That's going to be on Junior, his second already. No, check that. That was on Caleb Gray, number 30. Jalen Yates dishes it out here. Mims brothers. There's some confusion among Lackawanna, and the ball is stolen away by Gray. Gray flips it to Junior. Junior trying to show why he's been chosen to start this week. Flips it up, tipped around. 2 full minutes into this game. Reese with the tip, and a nice steal by Reese. Reese now carving his way through traffic, and finally somebody scores. Maurice Smith with the first points of the ball game. It's 2-0 Catonsville. There's a collision. Ooh. Caleb Mims' head collided with Austin Smith's knee there as both of them hit the floor. 4 fouls already for Catonsville as Junior heads to the bench. Checking into the game for the Cardinals. Carlos Green and Jonathan Chester, 2 rookies. Green had an amazing debut on Tuesday, scoring 12 points. Chester, meanwhile, proved to be a defensive wall. Three-point attempt here by Caleb Mims, misses it. Rebound taken by Austin Smith, his third of the game. Check that, that's his fourth. Reese flips it to Green, back to Reese. Keep your eyes on Green. He had an immaculate debut, finished second behind Reese in scoring, and was getting the crowd excited as a foul is called there as Reese goes to the floor, fouled by... No, it's going to be a charge against Maurice Smith. That's the fifth foul already for the Cardinals. They've only got 5 more left. Catonsville dealing with some height issues that they've been dealing with in game 1. The team much shorter than their opponents. Brown for 3, can't connect. Lackawanna may have the size advantage, but they can't seem to connect, and they're not getting the rebounds. Here's Green. Carlos trying to sneak around Caleb. Green fights through. Ball is batted up. Rebounds fighting for it. Chester trying to get in there. Three-point attempt by Mack. Nope, won't go. Tipped, almost went in by one of the Mims brothers. Austin Smith tries to get the block, and a foul is called. It's going to be against Austin Smith. That's Austin Smith's first. Two at the line for Nasir Brown. He'll miss the first. Lackawanna still scoreless. And he misses again. It still is a scoreless game here for Lackawanna. Chester couldn't get the pass from Reese. Out of bounds. Brown finds Ali, and he connects, and Lackawanna with the lead, 3-2, as Ramad Ali scores the first points of the game off that three-pointer. Here's Reese. Reese gonna charge the basket. Couldn't connect. Rebound taken by Mack. Mack dishes it out to one of the Mims. Big collision. Foul called. That's going to be Austin Smith's second. That's 7 fouls already for the Cardinals here. They've only got 3 left to give, and we're only 5 minutes into the first half. 2 shots here for Caleb Mims. He'll make the first. It's 4-2. Coming into the game now for the Cardinals. Number 3, Iru Pettis, and number 5, Jaleel Miller. So the Cardinals, head coach Great White, going to test out some of his younger talent here. They got plenty of minutes in Sunday's game. Mims makes his second. It's a 5-2 lead. Cardinals need to slow down here and focus on not committing turnovers or fouls. Here's Green. He's got Mims in front of him, trying to break away. Nearly loses control of it. Finds Miller. Miller finds Pettis. Pettis fights through. Rebound taken by Lackawanna. Mack. Miller manages to get a bit of a block, but it's scooped up on the rebound by Brown, and he scores, and it's 7-2.
Let's go, get him, baby. Get him, Caleb, stay the passing lane. Stay the passing lane.
Yates finds Miller. Miller to Green. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Try to get a block from Miller. Gets through, puts up a shot, won't go. Out of bounds, possession will stick with the Cardinals. We have our first substitution for Lackawanna as number 2, Nashawn Johnson enters the game to replace Amir Mack. Here's Pettis. Pettis. Back to Miller, back to Green. Green finds Reese. 5 seconds on the shot clock again. Catonsville getting pushed out to the limit. Reese, ooh! Block, foul. Foul called on Ali. Two shots for Maurice Smith here to try and stem the bleeding for the Cardinals. He'll miss the first.
Shut up and let him play, Lance. Let's go. Slow the game down. Bad call anyway.
Smith's second shot. Misses it, and the rebound is taken by Johnson. Johnson. Pass intercepted by Aru Pettis, taken by, Reese. Bad pass there, trying to find Yates. It's taken away by one of the Mims twins. Mims cutting through traffic. Nice score there. 9-2 is the score now. Green, Pettis. Here's Pettis. Pettis cutting through traffic, trying to find a lane. Finds Reese, finds Yates from the corner. No. Yates continuing to struggle from three-point range this season. Ali, collision with Pettis. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go to Lackawanna. No foul called there. As entering the game comes Nair Poplar for Lackawanna. Well, he will in a second. Poplar having to wait on the sidelines at the moment. Poplar now does enter the game. Green breaks up the inbounds pass. So Lackawanna will inbounds here, 13 and a half minutes to go. It's 9-2. Falcons have jumped out to a big early lead. Iru Pettis is making his presence known right there as he blocks another inbounds pass. Lackawanna will get another chance. Gets it in to Caleb Mims. Mims. Green playing good defense here. Pushing it down to 10 seconds of the shot clock. Pass broken up. Possession is going to stay with Lackawanna as Miller was the last one to get his hands on it. But good defense there by Caleb Green. Excuse me, by Carlos Green. Getting my names messed up there. Lackawanna will inbounds once again. 10 seconds left of the shot clock. Here's Mims. Mims feints a pull up. Ali tries a three, won't go. Yates with the rebound. And a bad pass on the in by Yates. He was looking for Green. And now Nick Moore is going to come into the game for the Cardinals to replace Yates. It's an ugly start to this game for the Cardinals. Inbounds pass goes to Nasir Brown back in the backcourt. Brown trying to get around Pettis. He finds Poplar. Poplar finds Johnson. Johnson flips it off to Ali. Ali finds Brown. Brown for three. Buries it. It's 12-2, a 10-point lead. And I would expect Coach White to call for a timeout soon. He has not called for one yet. 12 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Catonsville in a pretty nasty hole. Green charging to the basket. No foul called as he gets smacked a little bit there It's taken away by Brown. Brown finds Mims. Mims goes for the shot, but it's blocked by Pettis. Miller takes it to Reese. Reese to Green. Green, jumper, can't connect. He kind of airballs it. Ooh, Moore goes down, and a foul's going to be called on Miller.
Look up earlier, guys. You gotta finish that.
It's going to be 1-1 here as Jaleel Miller commits the 8th foul of the game for the Cardinals, so we're not even halfway through the first half. This is just not a good look for the Cardinals coming out of that loss on Tuesday, now down 10 points early. It's not an insurmountable lead, but it's definitely something that Catonsville will want to work on. Nair Poplar will shoot 1-1, but he misses the first, so no problems there. Junior's back into the game. See what he can do here. Also checking into the game is Kaye Pullen, number 11. Here's Moore. Moore finds Pettis. Pettis trying to find through. This Lackawanna defense is playing tough. Pettis somehow saves it, tries to get it to Junior. Stolen away by Mims. Mims just has more to beat. He puts it up. Poplar goes for the score, and he's got it. It's 14-2. Lackawanna is just swarming. There is nothing that Catonsville can do in this situation. They just got to dig down and keep playing and hope for a miracle at this point. Junior's tied up. Traveling violation. Ooh, it's getting ugly out there. Into the game now for Lackawanna. Brandon Scott, number 3, and Malik Mims back into the game, number 12, as they replace Ali and Brown, who exit the game. Johnson will inbounds. Lackawanna's crowd voicing their support. Very excited with the start to the game for them. Catonsville crowd has gone silent. Malik Mims finds Poplar for 3. Got it. It's 17-2. Quite the reverse of what happened in the early game when it was complete domination by Catonsville, them holding Lackawanna to just 2 points. The opposite has happened here. Catonsville has not scored since the opening minute. They took a 2-0 lead and have given up 17 unanswered points. Pettis nearly has it stolen away. Finds Moore for 3. Won't go. Rebound taken by Mims. Malik. Threads his way through traffic. Pullen manages to get the rebound. Catonsville has rotated through almost their entire roster at this point. Lackawanna's barely made any adjustments. Reese can't connect. It's getting ugly. Mims for 3. Won't go. Rebound taken by Junior. He gets knocked to the ground in a foul. Only the 3rd foul of the game so far for Lackawanna. Jalen Yates checks into the game to replace Maurice Smith. Reese needed some rest. He's been playing the first half of the first half. And a timeout finally called here by Catonsville, a sorely needed one. They're down 17-2 here with 10.5 minutes to go in the first half. So my cameraman tonight, Seth, is a red shirt for the Catonsville team, and he's just giving some pretty good insight right here. Catonsville right now down 17-2 with 10.5 minutes to go in the first half. For them, the key going forward for the rest of this first half, they got to slow down the tempo, get out of foul trouble. They really got to dictate the pace of this game because right now they are just getting bullied out there by Lackawanna. Lackawanna's got all the momentum. They've got the confidence. It's the oldest trick in the book for Catonsville. In order to come back from this deficit, you got to slow the game down, just start chipping away. They tried doing it on Tuesday, and they managed to make a pretty nice dent in Harkham's lead. Wasn't enough, but it was impressive. Got to the point where the crowd was getting into it. Halfway through the first half, Nasir Brown and Nair Poplar are leading with 5 points each for Lackawanna. Maury Smith has the only points of the game for the Cardinals. Here's Junior. He goes to Yates. Yates boxed in, finds Pettis. Pettis fights for it. Rebound tipped up, and it's taken by Scott. Scott tips it off. Quick passes here. Here's Mims to his brother for three. That shot worked. And Pettis added a foul there. That's going to be a one extra. Miller about to come into the game for the Cardinals. Waited to see what the call for the ref is. So Mims will go to the line to shoot two as a technical foul, or shoot one, excuse me, as a technical foul was called there. That's the 9th. That foul was called, I believe, on... We'll hold that thought as we wait to see who that foul was called on. 21 to 2, excuse me. It's a 19-point lead for the the Falcons. Getting my words mixed up here. Yates feints a three. Moves in, puts up a floater, still can't connect. Now Miller with a jumper. And the scoring drought finally ends as Jaleel Miller adds a contribution, making it 21 to 4. Deep pass here for Johnson. Johnson tripped up, no foul called. Miller with a steal. Good play by Jaleel Miller. Miller finds Pullen. Risky pass, Pullen makes it work. Finds Yates. Yates to Moore. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. It's been a very quick first half. Not a lot of timeouts or stoppages called in the first half of this half. Yates for three. And somehow banks it in. Got a little assist from the backboard, but Jalen Yates gets his first three of the night. It's 21 to 7. 14-point deficit for the Cardinals. Good press here. Yates with a nice steal. Yates flips it to Junior. Junior's got options. He goes to Miller. Miller back to Junior. Now Junior surveying the territory in front of him. He goes out to Miller. Miller for a long-range two. Can't connect. Rebound taken by Mims, but Mims is going to be fouled, however. So Catonsville gets the ball right back. Lackawanna crowd not a big fan of that. Caleb Gray re-entering the game. Cardinals try to get some height in there. Gray, one of their taller players. They need it. There is that size disadvantage. Nick Moore to inbound. Bohr gets Junior right over the head of Brown. Finds Gray. Gray fighting to the basket. Too much power on the shot. It goes over and out. Mims fighting for it. Wide open three by Poplar. No luck. Rebound taken by the Cardinals. Junior goes down. Traveling violation called. Possession going back over as number 10, Ramad Ali, checks back into the game. He replaces Nashawn Johnson. Evenly paced scoring so far for Lackawanna. 3 players with 5 points. As Lackawanna is back on the attack. Brown finds Mims. Mims goes for the floater, and he connects. It's 23 to 7.
Way to work, twin.
Here's Miller. Jaleel trying to break through, grabs his own rebound, goes for a second shot. Oh, out and in, or in and out, excuse me. And a foul's going to be called here as Jalen Yates threw a haymaker. Not literally, but you get the point. Catonsville up to 10 fouls. They're over the limit. As Poplar goes to the line to shoot 2. Poplar makes his first as Nick Moore exits the game. Maurice Smith heads back in.
Turn it up, Black. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Good move by Gray. He's fouled, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. The foul was on Poplar. That's his first. Gray makes his first. It's 24-8. No luck on number 2, though. With 7 minutes to go, Cardinals over the foul limit, so this first half could get pretty slow here if the Cardinals keep fouling. Mims. Mans just tries to get out to number 20, Cameron Bannister. Bannister lost control. Ball went out of bounds. Here's Junior. Reese can't connect. Rebound snatched away by Ali. Ali tries to get to Mims. Gray, hands up. Ooh, Mims all the way into the curtain, separating the gym from the weight room. Pulls it back a good couple feet. Here's Gray, deep pass. Passes over, bad pass, intercepted by Mims. And Reese with the interception gets it to Junior. Junior lays it up and in. Cardinals have made it to double digits, 24-10. Ooh. Gray accidentally made contact there with Brown. His teammates telling him to calm down, relax there. Gray just had too much momentum and ran into Brown, and that'll send him to the line to shoot 2. That's going to be Gray's third. Already in the red for him. 2 more, he's out. We're only 6 minutes away from halftime, but it's a much-needed halftime for the Cardinals at this point. Ira Pettis coming back into the game for the Cardinals, as entering the game for Lackawanna is Amir Mack. Mack won the face-off, the tip-off, excuse me. But that's pretty much everything he's done so far tonight for Lackawanna. Brown makes a second. It's 26-10 now. Reese charges the basket and connects. Good play, 26-12. Cardinals cutting into the lead just a bit. Oh, Jaleel Miller with the steal. Miller with the steal, but he's intercepted by Bannister. Bannister to Mack. Mack, no foul called. Possession's going to go to the Cardinals as Mack loses control. Pettis actually knocked out of his hands, and I think as Mack tried to grab it back.
Come on, guys. Got to be strong out there. Let's go, rookies.
Here's Reese cutting through. No basket. Foul is called. Foul's going to be on Bannister. That's going to be his first. Inbounds pass goes to Miller. Miller hands it off to Junior. Junior can't take too many steps here. He's got to be careful. Less than 6 minutes to go. Junior trying to cut through. Finds Reese. Reese almost loses it. Got to be careful. Don't know how he got out of that. He flips it to Miller. Jaleel wasn't ready. Deep pass coming in for Ali. Has to back up. Gives it to Mack. Mack lays it up and in. And it's 28-12. Scoreboard hasn't been updated yet. It is 28-12 as another foul is called here. That's going to send Reese to the line to shoot 2. Reese misses his first. Still, scoreboard still stuck at 26-12. It should be 28-12. Blocked by Reese. And finally, you're going to add those 2 points. Delay in the scoreboard there.
Yo, too small for you, Cam. Too small for you. Be a beast. Relax. Let's go, Rob.
5 minutes to go. 28-12.
Let's go, 11. Let's go, twin. Push him left.
Yates for 3, buries it. Jalen Yates up to 6 points on the night. 28-15 the score. Ali to Mims. Mims finds Mack. Mack cuts around and gets a score, pushes it to 30-15. It's a 15-point lead for the Falcons. 4 minutes to go. It is a rout here so far. Reese can't find an opening, has to back up. 10 seconds left of the shot clock. Goes back to Junior. Little skittish there with the ball. Junior has it stolen away by Ali. This is going to get ugly, and Ali lays it up and in. 32-15. This game's getting out of hand for the Cardinals now. Down 17 points. Reese for 3, won't go. And a foul's going to be called as Junior collided with Mims while they were trying to get the rebound. And it's going to be against Junior. That's Junior's third. He's pushed into the red along with Caleb Gray, and I should expect him to be pulled for Carlos Green, as here comes Green into the game now. It'll be 2 shots here for Caleb Mims. Green into the game. Also entering the game, Johnson for Lackawanna, and Austin Smith comes in to replace Jalen Yates. 1 more shot here for Caleb Mims. Mims lays it up and in. 34-15 is the score. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It's an ugly one. Catonsville just trying to find some momentum here. Reese finds Green. The Cardinals have been having difficulty penetrating Lackawanna's defense all night long. Had to do a lot of their shooting on the edge. Here's Green for 3, won't go. He had 5 seconds left on the shot clock to beat. Mack got the rebound, gave it to Ali. Ali gives it out to Mims. Mims nearly loses it. Stops, fires a deep pass over to Brown. Brown avoids leaping Pettis, puts up a shot, won't go. Pettis, good hustle, gets the rebound. Green with the ball now, traveling up court, looking for options. Can't seem to find any. Goes to Reese. And Reese will find Miller. Miller. Green, that was dangerous. Green nearly collided with the ref. Here's Pettis breaking through. And one as Iru Pettis fouled on his way to the basket. The foul was on number 10. Ramad Ali, his first, team's 8th. Jonathan Chester checking back into the game to replace Miller as Pettis heads to the line to shoot one. Try and stem the bleeding here. It's 34-17. The refs are going to stop here to wipe down the court a bit where the collision took place. Chester with the rebound. Good rebound. Green. Smith. Austin Smith scores. 34-19. As a timeout is called by Lackawanna. 30-second timeout, 2 minutes to go, 34-19 the score. Lackawanna has dominated this game so far. Catonsville trying to find some sort of momentum. Looking at the point spread, Jalen Yates leads with 6 points. Maury Smith second with 4. Then it's a 4-way tie between Green, Miller, Jr., and Smith with 2 each. Meanwhile, for Lackawanna, Mims, 9 points, 4 rebounds. He's having himself a night so far. Nasir Brown has 7 points, 4 rebounds. And Poplar has 6 points, most of them coming off of that one big three-pointer that he hit. Final seconds tick away here of this timeout. We're going to have about 2 minutes to go. Lackawanna with some confusion on the inbounds. They knock it out of bounds. Possession's going to go back to Catonsville. On the floor for the Cardinals out of this timeout, it's Reese, Smith, Pettis, Chester, and Green. So good mix of some veterans and some of the newcomers here. See if they can get something done. This is a lineup that's well adjusted to playing in the paint. See if that's the strategy. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Cardinals trying to lessen the damage. Reese trying to get tricky, trying to get cute. Didn't work. He loses the ball. Brown, blocked by Austin Smith, but a foul is called. That's going to be Austin Smith's third, so he's the third Cardinal to head to 3 fouls. That started because Reese tried to get a little tricky with his dribbling, and it didn't work out. It was a good attempt. Now it'll be 2 shots for Nasir Brown. Try to tie up Caleb Mims for the lead in points. Makes his first, 35-19. $36-19 now. Nasir Brown exits the game. Here's Green. Cardinals trying to get something going here before the half. Number 24 has entered the game for the Cardinals. That's Tier Opara out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland. So Tara will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. As Scott checks back into the game. It's the first appearance of the season for Chisitero Para, as his teammates just call him Ter. Cheech? Okay. Just been told I may have gotten the pronunciation wrong there. We'll address that later. Makes his first, 36-20. First career points as a Cardinal 2. Good to see. And Opara will miss the second. (36-20). It's a 16-point lead for Lackawanna. Joe Chapman's also checked into the game for Lackawanna as well. Scott, Mack, Johnson. Fouled on his way to the basket. Got about a minute to go in the first half as the foul. Jonathan Chester, that's his first. Deshaun Johnson will shoot 2 for Lackawanna. Despite the urgings of the crowd, he does not miss it. 37-20. That time the crowd worked. Cardinals back on the attack. Pettis, nice spin move. Oh, couldn't connect, but grabs his own rebound. Oh, it still won't get in. That's got to be the most frustrating feeling in the world. Minute to go. Scott dips it to Mack. Mack scores, but a charge is going to be called against Scott. And that's going to push Lackawanna over the foul limit. That was their last foul to give. Here's Reese. Traveling, or charge, right?
Yo, we gotta finish that. Go. Let's go. Get the. Come on, get long, baby. You open already. Come on. You gotta make yourself open. Go deeper.
Trying to wrap up Chapman. He manages to get it to Johnson. Johnson cuts back and get it. 39-20. It's a 19-point lead with less than 30 seconds to go. So going into the half, it is going to be a testy locker room conversation in the half for the Cardinals as they're down 39-20. 15 seconds left here. Pettis, shot clock turned off. Boxed in, finds Green on the corner. Green for 3, won't go. Rebound taken by Mack. Collision between Johnson and Pettis. That was right in front of us. Chapman, final second. No buzzer beater here. That's going to do it for the first half. It's 39-20 as we head into the half. Cardinals trailing by 19 points. Let's see if they can rebound in the second half. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
this.
We are back getting set for the second half here at the Jack Manley Wellness and Athletic Center, where Catonsville trails 39-20 here. Cardinals have already come out for a shoot-around before the start of the second half. We're still waiting on Lackawanna. It was an ugly first half. Cardinals down 19 points. Let's take a look at our first half stats. Catonsville, 20 points, 8 of 35 for shooting, 2 of 8 from three-point range, 2 of 8 in free throws, 7 turnovers, 2 points off of turnovers, 18 total rebounds, 4 offensive, 14 defensive, 4 assists, 0 blocks, 6 steals, and 12 fouls. That's been the key. Meanwhile, for Lackawanna, 39 points, 12 of 30 shooting, 4 of 10 from three-point range, 11 of 16 from free throws, 4 turnovers, 10 points off of turnovers, 27 total rebounds, just 3 offensive, but 24 defensive. That's been that's the real difference here between these two teams. 3 assists, 1 block, 5 steals, and 10 fouls. Individually, leading the way for Lackawanna in points, Nasir Brown and Caleb Mims with 9 points each. Leading rebounder has been Brown, Mims, Ramad Ali, and Nashawn Johnson with 4 each, and leading assister has been Ramad Ali with 2. In terms of fouls, Malik Mims has 3. Meanwhile, for Catonsville, Jalen Yates leads the way with 6 points. Leading the way with rebounds has been Austin Smith with 5. The leading assists has been a 4-way tie between Maurice Smith, Carlos Green, Kurt Smith Jr., and Nick Moore with 1 each. In terms of fouls, 2 Catonsville players, Kurt Smith Jr., Caleb Gray, have 3. Now, talking about my cameraman Seth, once again, Seth is a redshirt freshman here at Catonsville who is sitting out the season for basketball. According to Seth, the plan here for the second half is for Catonsville is simple. Keep doing what they were doing towards the end of the first half. Slow the pace down. Slow down the pace of the game. Force Lackawanna to play down to their speed, their level, and with luck, like what they did with the Harcum game on Tuesday, start to dig into that lead just a bit. I think they could do it. It's only a 19-point deficit. We have 20 minutes to play. Anything could happen. But I will say it has been a little difficult. The crowd has been very much on the side of Lackawanna in this game. That is going to be a factor. We'll be back in about 2 minutes for the start of the second half. Probably do. Actually, let me see if I can find that right now. We just posted the recap. Yeah. I'll let him know a week and then. Hey, no problem. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we gotta get better at that. The intern who writes up the recaps put the wrong person. All right. What do y'all call him? What's his name?
We call him Chiz and Tear, I think. What we call him Chiz, bro.
Chiz. Getting started for the second half. Apologize if anybody heard any hot mic moments there for a second. We were discussing how to correctly pronounce a player's name. I had pronounced wrong in the first half. It's okay. We are averaging 1 hot mic moment per game, and we plan to keep it that way. 39-20. On the field, on the court for the Cardinals to start the second half. Caleb Gray, Jalen Yates, Maurice Smith, Austin Smith, and Carlos Green. On the court for Lackawanna, Mac, Brown, both Mimses and Ali. And right off the bat, the Cardinals had a little trouble inbounding that. Reese pushes towards, ooh, he goes down. Traveling is called. That could have been rough. Catonsville has cycled through pretty much their entire lineup, with the exception of Christopher Johnson, who's sitting this game out with what appears to be a foot injury. It's unfortunate for him. He had a rough start to the season. Mack charging into the paint over the head of Carlos Green, won't go in. And Green gets the rebound, but there is a whistle. Ball went out of bounds, that's why. Reese will inbounds it to Green. Carlos getting some time starting here in the second half, and hopefully that's to try and open up the offense a bit more. Green finds Reese. Reese charges to the, and gets it. Maurice Smith makes it 39-22. Yates tried to slap it away, but possession is going to stay with Lackawanna. Good heads-up play there by Jalen Yates, though, trying to open this game up. The Cardinals need a good run here to start this second half. They could get one, but they need everybody to fire on all cylinders. Mims charges the basket, and a charge is called. Mims called for charging. Reese goes down. Cardinals get the ball. Catonsville crowd starting to get more into this game. They were silent in the first half, but I think after seeing just how powerful the Lackawanna crowd has been, Catonsville's crowd is getting into it. And they need that crowd. They need the crowd. Foul's going to be called there. Caleb Mims. Mims wrapped up Reese. That's going to be a foul. Nair Poplar into the game for Lackawanna. Reese will inbounds. Cardinals with another chance to dig into the lead. Reese. Waiting, goes to Carlos. That was difficult, loses the ball, but Reese is there to scoop it up. Fights through it, and a charge is called against Maurice Smith. Carlos is trying to argue the case, but there's not going to be any listening going on here. Refs are going to give it back to Lackawanna. 18.5 minutes to go here in the second half. Steps up, shot. That one goes in by Brown. Carlos trying to find a wide open lane. Oh, he accidentally dribbled it out of bounds. Possession's going back. Possession's going back to Lackawanna.
Let's go, Rob. Don't wait these dudes out. Let's close them out. Clear. Go by him, Hanky.
Mims finds Ali. And a foul's going to be called against Caleb Gray. That's his fourth. Jonathan Chester going to come into the game now for Gray. It's a frustrated Caleb Gray heads to the line, or heads to the bench. Inbounds pass, deep. Ooh, almost gotten into our table right here. Green knocks it out of the way. Possession sticking with Lackawanna. Lackawanna not able to score as much as they were last. Gainesville's defense has shored up a little bit here. Another foul is going to be called here on Green.
Easy work. Easy work, Tim. Easy work, Easy work. Easy work. Oh, got it.
Mims. Brown for three. Won't go. Mack trying to secure the rebound. Knocked around, knocked out of his hands by Reese into the arms of Green. Green loses control of the ball. It's tipped out of his arms by Mims. Tipped out of his arms by Reese. Now Reese finds Chester. Chester fights for it. Won't go. Ball tipped up. Somebody grab it. It's scooped up by Brown. He gets by Reese. Pulls up. Jumper. Nails it. Back to a 21-point lead. 43-22. Reese. 6 seconds on the shot clock, puts up a shot. Austin Smith fighting for the rebound, but it's taken by Poplar. Bounced around, out of bounds. Possession to Lackawanna. Junior checking into the game now as he replaces Green. Valiant effort by Carlos Green, but just wasn't able to connect. Apologize for that feedback there. I was just adjusting my mic there.
Holding them. Go long, Caleb. Make them run.
Brown finishes 45-22. 16 minutes to go. Reese charges the basket, and he's going to be fouled. 2 shots coming for Maurice Smith. That's Amir Mack's first foul of the game.
More energy, 11. Stay low. Let's go. Finish them off, Nas.
Reese nails the first. 45-23. No luck on the second. Rebound taken by Lackawanna by Poplar. Here's Brown. Brown over to Ali. Ali collides with Chester, foul called. Looking at the way the points are lining up right now, Brown has 15 on the night. 5 rebounds too, so he's an extra 5 rebounds away from a double-double. Maurice Smith has taken the lead with 7 points for Catonsville. Here's Brown trying to add to his total. Step back jumper, not enough power. Rebound tipped up into the air. Mack takes it, can't get the shot up. Foul's called, and Mack hits the turf. I mean, the floor, excuse me. We're playing inside, not outside. Two shots here for Amir Mack. Gainesville crowd not very pleased, as here come a wave of substitutions. Nick Moore, Jaleel Miller, and Kaye Pullen are into the game for Catonsville. Jalen Yates also entering the game as well. So the Cardinals turn over their entire roster here, try to get something to go right. Mack makes both. 47-23 the score.
Rip City, boy. Rip City, boy.
Moore breaks away. Trying to find Pullen. That was a difficult pass. I don't know if that would have worked either way. But possession will still stay with Catonsville, so Junior will inbounds it. It's a win off the arm of a Lackawanna player. Junior inbounds it to Jalen. Jalen finds Miller. Miller out to Moore. Moore's had some ball control issues today. See if he can rectify them in the second half. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Moore sizing up his opponent. Jumper. No go. Rebound taken by Miller, but he loses it. It's going to go out of bounds. Moore tips it back inbounds. Yates gets it. Don't know how that worked. Yates for three. Oh, not enough power on the shot, and a foul called. Pullen called for a push there, so it's going to be a foul against Catonsville, as Coach White calls it timeout for the Cardinals. Much needed timeout. They're down 47-23 with just about 15 minutes to go here in the second half.
Everybody rebound. Everybody rebound.
Back to the action we go. It's Moore, Junior, Yates, Miller, and Pullen on the court for the Cardinals. Meanwhile, it's Ali, Johnson, Poplar, Mims, and Brown. That didn't work. Mims had too much time. Oh, and Nick Moore wasn't ready, and he slips, and possession goes back to Lackawanna as Maury Smith now checks into the game to replace Jalen Yates. Miller had a wide open lane, but instead tried to pass it to Nick Moore. Moore wasn't ready for it, slipped, and the ball went out of bounds. So now I have a stoppage there. They got the turnover because Mims held the ball for too long, had it swiped away. Cardinals scoring tonight has been dominated by Maurice Smith and Jalen Yates. They have combined 13 out of 23 points. Mims again holding onto the ball too long. Junior tries to knock it. Ali manages to get the pass off. He finds Mims. Mims finds Johnson, and one for Johnson as he spins around, does a neat little 180 as he passes, as he scores. And it's 49-23. Game getting very close to a 30-point blowout. We've still got just under 15 minutes to go here in the second half. There's still plenty of time left, but that time is slowly draining out of the hourglass. Nashawn Johnson will shoot one. Makes the shot. It's 50-23. A 27-point lead for Lackawanna. And Catonsville staring down the possibility of 2 consecutive blowout losses to start the season. They're desperate. Moore nails a jump shot, his first points of the game. Makes it a 25-point deficit. Now Junior playing tough here on on Brown, and it works. Junior has to get past Poplar. He puts up a shot, won't go. Poplar with the rebound. Frustration. Poplar stepped out of bounds, and possession is going to go to the Cardinals. Substitutes coming into the game as Malik Mims and Brandon Scott are in for Lackawanna. Now, Catonsville desperately needs a score here. They're down 25 points. It's 50-25 with 14 minutes to go in the second half. Inbounds pass, knocked around. Possession will go over to Lackawanna. This is Malik Mims. He finds Poplar. Poplar dishes it out to Johnson. Johnson steps back, finds Scott. Scott finds Mims. Mims goes for a 2, gets his own rebound, can't connect. There's a fight for it. Miller with the rebound. He goes to Junior. Junior shot gets knocked out of bounds, lands into the arms of a young fan. Turnover goes to Lackawanna. As Junior exits the game, Iro Pettis enters the game for the Cardinals. Pettis fouls Malik Mims. That's going to be the 6th. It'll be 1-1 for Malik Mims. Reese loses track of the ball there as Brown checks back into the game. Johnson, Scott. Poplar for 3, won't go. Rebound taken by Moore. Nick Moore getting a lot of minutes tonight. Good to see, getting him that experience he needs. Moore dips it out to Pettis. Pettis fighting, puts up a floater and a score. 50-27. Cardinals cut into the lead just a bit. Brown to Malik Mims. Mims nearly does a split. He gets it off to Johnson. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson finds Scott. Scott breaking in. Goes to Brown. Miller playing good defense, trying to break it up. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Brown boxed in, finds Mims. 5 seconds. 4. Mims holding on to it. Puts up a shot. Misses. Shot clock violation is going against Lackawanna. They held on too long there, and possession goes back to the Cardinals. Here's Reese. Cardinals have definitely slowed the pace of this game. Scoring in this second half is way down. Lackawanna's only scored 11 points so far. Catonsville just 7, so the pace has been dropped. There are more fouls, and there's another foul here. Number 3, Scott, is going to be called for a foul. That's his second. Malik Mims, by the way, up to 4 fouls as Austin Smith checks into the game to replace Kaye Pullen, who, believe it or not, I did not notice had checked into the game. That's on me. Smith inbounds it to Moore. Moore. No shot, as a foul is going to be called here on Scott. That's his 3rd. 2 quick fouls in succession for Brandon Scott. That's the team's 6th. We're approaching the halfway point of the second half. Inbounds pass to Miller. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Miller, oh, maybe not the best time to try that move. Has it ripped away. Jump ball. Possession to Lackawanna. Miller tried something different there. Did not work. Scott will inbounds it to Mims. Mims cutting through traffic. Dunks it out to Poplar, back to Brown. Brown for 3. Misses. A little bit of a drought. Ooh, steal by Nick Moore, assisted by Austin Smith, but a foul is called. Johnson can't believe it. One and one here for Nick Moore. Johnson with his second foul. Be 1 and 1 for Nick Moore. And Moore can't connect. Scott with the rebound. Racing down the court, well ahead of his teammates. Poplar. Ooh, big collision there. Reese a little shaky as he gets to his feet. He seems to be okay, but he's walking off the court. Now walking back on.
Lock up, Blue. Finish him off.
The foul is on the air, Poplar. Poplar checks out of the game. He's replaced with Ramad Ali. Quite a solid day for Ali so far. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Well balanced. Jostling for the ball here. Possession will go to Lackawanna. Oh! I guess that pass was intended to be a pass, but instead it just bounced off the backboard. Miller to Reese. I guess you count that as a shot.
No need to foul him. Play him straight up. No need to foul him.
Reese. Oh, bounced off someone's head. Green can't connect on the long-range jumper. And the ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go over to Lackawanna. Maury Smith is noticeably limping just a bit as timeout's called by Lackawanna. We've got 10 minutes to go here in the second half. It's 50-27. The scoring has pretty much come to a standstill. Neither team can really get much off. Catonsville has managed to lower the pace of the game, but still they trail 50-23. 50-27, excuse me. On the floor for the Cardinals as we get ready to start the second half of the second half. It's Nick Moore, Carlos Green, Aru Pettis, Austin Smith, and Jaleel Miller. And they're playing tight defense here, trying to wrap up Brown. Brown to Johnson. Oh, Miller with the block. Rebound taken. I don't think anybody noticed that it was a block. I think Miller was thinking he was going to get called for a foul. A foul is called as Johnson is fouled. By Nick Moore. That's his second. Maurice Smith now checking into the game to replace Nick Moore. Nick Moore's had a solid body of work tonight, despite only having 2 points. He's played a lot of minutes. Good to see him out there. One more shot here for Ramad Ali. Here's Green. 51-27 the score. Green finds Reese. Reese puts up a jumper. Can't connect.
Get the ball, Mal.
Lackawanna having to dodge here. And a mistake. A steal by Pettis. Pettis going coast to coast. Can't connect. Johnson with the rebound.
Go, finish.
As it's swiped away, Austin Smith struggling to get to his feet. Ali won't go. Green with the rebound. And he finds Miller. Reese with the pull-up and a score and a timeout. 51-29 with 9 minutes to go as Catonsville takes the timeout. (51-29) the score with 9 minutes to go. Catonsville trying to close this one out at least with some dignity. It's been a rough night for them, all things considered. I can't sugarcoat that. Have been some good performances, but a lot of fouling. And now, ooh, foul called against Malik Mims. That's his fifth. He's done. Malik Mims fouls out of the game. Into the game comes Amir Mack to replace him. With the amount of fouling that we've seen tonight, it would have thought that there would have been a Catonsville player who fouled out first, but no, it's Malik Mims. Here's Reese, finds Yates. Yates for three, can't connect. Austin Smith gets the rebound, puts up the hook, and finishes. Austin Smith with the big bucket there, and it's a 20-point game. 8.5 minutes to go. Caleb Mims in now, and I can safely say there's only one Mims player, so I don't have to use full names. Mims, Johnson, risky pass to Mack. Mack blocked by Smith, but he's going to be fouled with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Move the ball. They're trying to slow y'all down. Just keep playing. Motion.
2 points, 2 shots here for Amir Mack.
That charge was the softest call I've seen in like a month. That was baby call, ref.
Makes the first, pushes it back to a 21-point lead. Makes the second 53-31. Green. Nice moves there by Carlos Green, showing some of that flash he showed in the last game. And now Green gets together with Mims, and he's going to be fouled, and that's number 2.
Foul him out. They just trying to slow the game down. Foul him out. Foul him out. Yo, turn it up. Turn it up. They just trying to slow the game down. They can't play with y'all.
To the line to shoot 2, Caleb Mims.
They can't play with y'all. They just want to slow the game down.
Mims makes the first, 54-33.
Easy work. Let's go.
Good look there on the second, 33-55.
Play him.
Reese. Miller for 3. No luck. Rebound taken by Ali. He gets it out to Brown. Brown finds Mack. Layup. Good score, 57-33. 7.5 minutes to go. Lackawanna trying to speed the pace of this game up. It has been slowed. Oh, and a foul. And a foul is going to be called here against Caleb Mims. That's going to be his second. 3 Lackawanna players have scored in double digits. Brown, Mims, and Mack. Maurice Smith to the line to shoot 2, and a chance to get to double digits tonight for him.
You got 3 charges on our guard.
Reese to shoot 2 at the line. Misses the first.
Please come off your toes. Leave it in the basket.
A lot of pressure here for Reese. No luck on the second. There's a scramble for the ball. Brown throws it out to Ali. Ali. Foul called as Austin Smith tries to go for the block. That's going to be his 4th. And it'll be 2 shots for Deshaun Johnson. Misses the first there, keeps it 57-33. Smith exits the game as Iru Pettis enters. He gets the second, 58-33 the score now, 7 minutes to go. Green, a scramble. Mims takes it away, down. He can't get it, and Reese gets the rebound. Reese tripped up, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be on number 10, Ramad Ali. That's going to be his 3rd. So it'll be 2 shots as both teams are over the limit now for Maurice Smith. He will miss the first. And he won't connect on either. 58-33. Five seconds left on the shot clock. Brown connects, scores. 60 points for Lackawanna, and Brown has 17. Green carrying it up court. 6 minutes left. Green flips it out to Miller. Miller fights but loses the ball. It's stolen away by Johnson. Johnson finds Ali. Ali finds Brown. Brown trying to add to his total. Good teamwork here by Lackawanna. It ends with a bucket for Mack. He's got 12. Timeout's going to be called by Catonsville. With 6 minutes to go, Nasir Brown leads with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist for Lackawanna. Catonsville's leading player has been Maury Smith. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 9 points. A difficult evening for the Cardinals. Should be coming to a close soon. They're down 62-33 with just 6 minutes left to go. Next up for the Cardinals, folks, by the way, they face off against Pitt Community College and the Community College of Philadelphia in the CCBC Dundalk Mixer coming up this weekend. Their next home game next Friday at 7 p.m. against Middlesex College in a doubleheader with the women's team. Lackawanna, meanwhile, they also will be playing in the CCBC Dundalk Mixer. They face off against home team Dundalk and in Baltimore City Community College in that matchup. Lackawanna gets a steal here. It's Mims. Mims fighting his way. Nice Euro step, can't connect. Bounced around. Rebound taken by Mack. And there's going to be a foul there by Opara. Crowd is starting to thin out a bit here as the realization is settling in that these final 5.5 minutes are mostly just going to be fouling, it looks like. Catonsville has 3 players with 4 fouls as Mack goes to the line to shoot 2. And he makes the first. He's up to 13 points. Great start to the season here for Amir Mack. Chester can't connect. Junior gets his rebound. Green boxed in, fighting around the outside, puts up a shot, won't go. Rebound taken by Chester. He finds Junior. Junior fights for it, foul called. Foul's gonna come on Scott, that's his 4th. His day's most likely done. As into the game for Lackawanna to replace him. We'll see in 1 second as Junior has 2 shots. They'll make the first. Into the game to replace him, and comes number 20, Cameron Bannister. Actually, they're going to pull Ramad Ali from the game instead. Keep Scott in there. Second shot, no good. Mack with the rebound, gets it to Brown. Brown, Green swiping at him. Brown looking for an open lane. Scott for 3, airballs it, and it's collected by Chester. Chester gives it to Moore, back we go. Oh, Green stepped out of bounds. Possession to Lackawanna. Juwan Buckner making his first appearance in today's game. He's going to get called for a foul there. Green will inbounds. Goes to Junior. Junior trying to break away. 4.5 minutes to go. Junior puts up a shot and one. Junior scores. Juwan Buckner makes his second foul. He's only been in for less than a minute. Cardinals pulled their big men back. Can't go with the I want, but Green is there to respond, and he adds two. It's 63-38. Scott draws a foul from Chester, and he'll go to the line. Scott misses his first. But does make the second. 64-38. Lackawanna has pulled most of their starters from the game now and has sent in their bench players. Green trying to connect with Opara. He can't. This is Joe Chapman corralling a pass. Fires a laser for Mack, who's fouled. With 4 minutes to go. Two shots coming up for Mack. Mack will take shot number two. 66-38. As now, Junior falls out of bounds while trying to corral a pass. Possession's going to go back to Lackawanna. Chapman with a nice move, nearly loses control. Finds Bannister, who misses. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession will stick with Lackawanna. Inbounds pass immediately converted into points as Mack scores. And he's now tied with Brown for the most points of the night. As now, here come a wave of bench players about to enter the game for Lackawanna. Entering the game for Lackawanna, Jalen Mahan, number 14, and number 1, Nashawn Jones, making their first appearances. As Lackawanna has gone to the very back of their bench now, as in these final 3.5 minutes, as Chapman is fouled by Green. That's going to be Carlos's third, and he will go to the line to shoot two. 3.5 minutes to go. It's a 30-point lead for Lackawanna. First one, a little tempting, but it goes in nonetheless. Did a full orbit around the basket. Chapman going for a second. 69-38. 3.5 minutes to go. Catonsville trying to end this one on a high note if they can. Junior fouled by Chapman.
Yo, that is not a college call, bro. That is not a college call. That is not a college call. Stop the baby stuff, ref.
Junior can't connect on his first free throw. Second one, he does connect. Gives Catonsville 40 points. Check that, 69-39 is the score. Another foul is going to be called here. Julio Miller getting set to enter the game for the Cardinals. As Buckner scores. Catonsville has 27 fouls on the night so far. 3 away from 30. It has been a rough night for them in that regard. That's really been the kicker here in determining this loss. It's a 30-point deficit with about 3 minutes to go, just over 3 minutes. Catonsville looking to fall to 0-2 on the season, 70-39. No one has been able to crack double digits in scoring for the Cardinals. Closest person is Maurice Smith with 9 points. He's not on the court right now as the Cardinals have their backups in. Green for 3. Can't connect. Buckner with the rebound. Buckner trying to go coast to coast. Euro steps and another foul. But this one's called against Buckner on charge. Here's Nick Moore. Trying to close out this game. He goes to Carlos Green. Green steps back. And another foul. It's on the Sean Jones. That will send Opara to the line. And with that bucket, makes it a 30-point game once again, 70-40. Chizitero Opara. Misses the second. Buckner with the rebound. Buckner fires it off to Mahan. Mahan looking for an open man, goes to Buckner again. 2.5 minutes to go. Buckner. Jones. Jones fights for it. Traveling is called. No basket for Nashawn Jones. That would have been the freshman's first ever points playing for Lackawanna. He'll have no luck. Green puts up a floater, can't connect. Jones with another chance, but instead he goes crashing out of bounds. Catonsville will retake possession with 2 minutes to go. Folks, for those of you who have been tuned in with us for both of our games today, we want to appreciate your support. Remember, every home game for CCBC Catonsville will be live streamed here on our official YouTube channel. So Opara dishes it out to Moore. Moore back to Opara. And a nice block there by number 20, Cameron Bannister with the block on Pullen. Moore will inbounds for the Cardinals. We got 1:40 to go. Green for 3. Takes a couple bounces, no luck. Mahan with the ball. He's going to nearly lose it, but Bannister is there to recover. Bannister, nifty little pass there to Mahan. Finds Chapman. Chapman fires. Ooh, too much power, and it goes back into the little hallway off to the side of the gym. Possession will go back to Catonsville. Minute and a half to go. And another foul. Opara is going to be fouled there. And Lackawanna is going to take over. Chapman. Defended by Green. He has it knocked out of bounds. Lackawanna will keep possession. A minute, 10 seconds to go. Once again, both these teams will be playing in the CCBC Dundalk Mixer coming up next as we've reached the final minute of regulation. It's 70-40. Bannister for three. Can't connect. More with the rebound. Moore finds Green. Catonsville now trying to try and stat pad here to finish it off. Opara swinging around. Tries to score. Can't grab his own rebound. Mahan gets it. Opara steals it out of his hands. And he can't connect. Now he connects there. 70-42. Nifty series of events there for Chisitero Opara. Deep pass for Bannister. Bannister collects his bearings. It's a scramble for the ball with 30 seconds to go, and Bannister's got it. And a foul is going to be called. That might be the last foul of the night. Foul is going to be called against Green. That's his fourth. Amazingly, despite the amount of fouling, no Cardinal player has fouled out of the game. As with the shot clock turned off, Cameron Bannister goes to the line to shoot two. Might be the final 2 points of the game. Bannister makes his first. He scores. This means now Jones and Mahan are the only players who haven't scored, but they did just enter the game for Lackawanna. Catonsville scoring pretty even throughout. The way it stands, Maury Smith will finish the night as the leading scorer with 9 points. Bannister scores again to push it back to a 20-point lead. Final 20 seconds ticking around here. It's going to be an 0-2 start for the Cardinals, not the way they wanted to start the year off. Nick Moore can't connect. Opara is fouled on his way to the basket with 8 seconds to go. This should do it. Opara will go to the line to shoot two. It's been a messy, foul-filled game as Opara scores there to make it 72-43. Catonsville has fouled 29 times, Lackawanna 27. It's just one of those games. Opara makes both. 72-44 is the score now. Buckner trying to sit on it. Don't know. Yes, he will. Final seconds tick away here. Lackawanna's going to win it 72-44. That's going to do it here from the Jack, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for tuning into this game. Be sure to tune in next Friday as Catonsville takes on Middlesex in a doubleheader. That'll be our next broadcast. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for tuning in. This is Isaac Donsky signing off as Catonsville loses 72-44. Have a good evening.